Considered by many to be one of the most haunted homes in America, with a reputation so dark and sinister, it's turned the most skeptical of the supernatural into true believers. But are you brave enough to enter these four walls? If you're a male, it might be best to think twice, as the twisted spirit inside is said to be a man-hater who regularly attacks men that it comes across, leaving deep, bloody wounds in its wake. One guy named Elijah Buchholz said, "Every time we've come, it's gotten progressively more intense and we feel it's more dangerous. Not only are men coming away with deep scratches and bruises to their body, people have experienced being touched and a coldness travelling through them. Video equipment that was fully charged was suddenly drained to no power at all." Welcome to 508 North 2nd Street in Atchison, Kansas, also known as Sallie's House. Activity in this 1,200 square foot property is so severe that many have come to believe the entity lurking within may be demonic, or that a paranormal gateway is hidden inside. It's no surprise, therefore, that it's grabbed the attention of people around the world. But who is Sallie? There are a couple of different stories about her true identity. One theory is that a Dr. Finney many years ago had an affair with an African-American housemaid. They had a secret love child together, but when the young girl became unwell with abdominal pain, aged 6 or 7, the doctor decided that no one could come to her aid in fear their secret would come out. The young girl died, and the mother, heartbroken and enraged by his cowardly actions, attacked him, where it is believed he killed her too. To hide this final act of betrayal, he buried both their bodies on the property somewhere. Sounds plausible, as many horrific acts over the years have been covered up by people due to fear of their actions being uncovered. Another tale suggests that a mother brought her daughter to see Dr. Finney with pains, and fearing she didn't have long until her appendix burst, he decided to operate right there in his small surgery. But things went horribly wrong, as the anaesthetic had not kicked in before he started to slice at her, resulting in her turning pale, limp and dying right there. Either way, it sucks to be this doctor who has 2 tails attached to his name, both putting him in a dark light. Whatever the truth is, in 1990, a young couple named Tony and Deborah Pickman moved into the home, and very quickly their world was flipped on its butt. It was meant to be a fresh start for this new family, who also had a young baby, but very quickly strange occurrences started to happen, eventually resulting in attacks on Tony's body. These were so vicious he was left with deep lacerations on his chest and abdomen, but not once did the entity lash out at his wife or child. Over time, things only got worse, with unexplained voices being heard at night, candles that would light on their own, leaving burnt fingerprints behind, and the figure of a young girl would be seen lingering in the kitchen. But it was not the young girl that scared the hell out of Tony. It was the spirit of a young woman, who some believe is the ghost of the child's angry mother. On one occasion, Tony was walking up the stairs when he was suddenly lifted and pushed through the air. At this point, he knew he had to get his family away from the house before somebody was hurt permanently. Now, the Pickman family's claims of a female adult spirit have been backed up by the Kansas Paranormal Group, who, after visiting the home, said it was not just young Sallie haunting the place, but an angry, bitter woman too. Sallie is reportedly like any other kid. She wants to play and interact with other children. Her overall demeanour is quite happy, which is surprising considering how she's believed to have died. It might not be the child's angry mother, though, who haunts alongside Sallie. Apparently, a relative of Dr. Finney called Joanna Barnes lived next door to him. Now, due to personal struggles, it's believed she spent many years in an insane asylum, which resulted in her becoming angry over her treatment. People who have visited the home have described objects moving in thin air, the sound of scratching on walls, and furniture being moved by unseen hands. All signs of a poltergeist. Lights will flicker on and off, and pictures have been reported flipping upside down as people walk by. Another scary thing to note is that many fires have broken out throughout the home with no answer as to why. It's not thought to be faulty wiring, but what else could it be? If it is a spirit, what do you think it's trying to tell people? Let me know in the comments below. In the basement, people have also complained about being attacked, with bricks and rocks being thrown at them. Now, are they being told to stay out? Or is this possibly where the bodies of a young child and mother are hidden away to this day? But it could be something more demonic that lingers in the dark, cold basement, as there is a large smudge mark on the floor in the middle of the room, said to be a pentagram used for rituals and sacrifices. Andrea Clements of the Atchison Chamber of Commerce commented, "I always get a headache when I'm in the house and a scratchy feeling in the back of my throat. Is the headache caused by ghosts drawing energy from her as she walks around the home?" The former nursery room on the second floor, which many believe is where Sallie died, you will find a circle of toys on the floor. It's said that she will often play with these as balls and toys will move around on their own accord. But whatever lurks in the shadows of this room, trained guide dogs have refused to enter, making other people feel even more strongly that something is off about the property. Due to the amount of activity seen, felt and heard at this house, it's not surprising paranormal groups have been drawn here for over 20 years. Now, one particular area of the home is believed to be where operations took place by the lovely doctor. Here, many have described an otherworldly coldness creep in around them, sending them running from the room. Now, this home was built in the 1800s for Michael Finney and his family, with them owning the property for generations. At least 4 Finney family members died in the house of natural causes. Maybe one of these people also lingers in their old family home? I don't know. What do you think? The house was listed for sale on the website Zillow for $1 million back in February 2016. With its dark history though, and time spent being unloved, the property was reduced to $499,000 in August that same year. Eventually, the home was taken off the market in November 2017 as no one wanted to take it on. But you can visit the home today for daytime and overnight stays. But beware. Due to how nasty the spirits can be, you'll be made to sign a waiver for personal injuries possibly incurred during your stay. Fortunately, no serious injury has been reported since 1993, but be prepared all the same.